just a quick update. I got a lot of questions about what I was trying to do with this vlog information. I don't know if I covered this in the last video, but our trial got moved to January and it wasn't a preferential date, so basically our trial is set for January, but we're not going to likely get in to see the judge until March. I don't think that anything's gonna change as far as the custody battle, but you never know. I plan on kind of keeping a lot of my opinions out of these videos, specifically for the fact that, you know, if I've learned anything in these past 2 years, you may think you know that justice is served, or that, you know, everybody's supposed to follow the law, and they all do because we're all law-abiding citizens, but that's not the case. And I don't want any of this to affect my trial and the custody of my kid. Yeah, there is a thing called freedom of speech, but let's be realistic. I don't think judges are some sort of advanced human that can actually leave everything outside of the courtroom. So a lot of the details I'm probably just gonna keep to myself, or maybe tell you if you ask. I don't have anything to hide, and it feels really good to kind of get all of this stuff out anyways. Just yesterday I was telling a good friend that I can't believe I've kind of kept quiet for so long. Nobody knew or expected that to be going on in my life because of the way that I act, I guess. I don't talk about this. At work, I keep it to myself. Nobody really asks any questions, and I'm not saying that people need to, but this is a part of my life that I kept not a secret, but I didn't really talk about it for 2 years. Now I'm kind of at this point where it feels good to talk about. And if I can help anybody out there who's going through this, or, you know, if they know somebody who's going through this that needs advice, I want to be that person. Because when I entered into this situation, I had no idea what I was getting into, or what was to come over the next 2 years. And there's a lot of things that I would have done differently had I known that this was the way the world works. So I just want to be able to be there for anyone who needs it. I have a lot that I do want to say, not just about divorce or family courts. I also have been starting 3 businesses and managing them, and goodness gracious, there's so much that I would have much appreciated more than algebra, or I was gonna say geometry, but I knew that. Just to be honest, like 60% of the stuff they teach in public schools, don't need it. I would have rather learned what kind of permits you need to file when you're starting a business, more about taxes. I know it varies a lot depending on your marital status, where you live, your job, but even knowing just those simple things probably could have saved a lot of people over the age of 18 time and money. Also, insurance stuff with, I mean, as a business, you need insurance, and filing for any type of special permits, DBAs, all those other documents and things that go into starting any type of business. Mine are all mostly creative, digital agencies, and an apparel, creative design and apparel store. We also do stuff with local charities. But regardless of what your business does, you've got a lot that you need to do, and none of which I really had a good grasp on prior to doing it. I think I said it in my last video, or maybe on one of the hundreds of things I've written to myself, but I tend to dive headfirst into things, and I'm not saying it's a good thing and it's not a bad thing either, but that's just me, how I am as a person, and I just went, as my mom likes to quote me, balls to the wall with all of it. I've also got tons and tons of cool stuff that I didn't know was out there for not only businesses, but if you're interested in starting a blog. I know I told someone else who's going through a divorce that, if she wanted to start off with just writing, that there's tons of tools out there that offer student discounts, or they're relatively cheap, and there's just a lot of stuff out there that nobody really knows about, or at least I didn't, and that you could be using to benefit your life. So this is all I wanted to go over. I am working on my website for all of this other stuff aside from YouTube, because I did write a lot over the past however long it's been. So I'm not going to get on here and read all of that, because this isn't story time. I will be posting them, and it's just kind of about everything. Some of the stuff I will go over in a video. I don't even know if I'll be posting tons of videos. I may just end up writing a whole bunch. Don't know. But thank you for listening, and I will get the next video up to kind of explain the process further for the next, until March, essentially, when we can get in to see the judge more in depth. So I'll let everybody know when I do that.